Oh man, what a terrible day to fly. The weather's great, but I got up late. I'm hungover. I had an errand to run, and by the time I get going, I'm almost out of daylight. I gotta go find a place to fly. I think I know of a spot not far from here. Okay, here's a spot. A friend of mine, Baked Beans, has flown a whole bunch. It always kind of looked interesting. At least I think this is the spot he flew. I'm not sure how many baseball diamonds there are in this area. Also, a couple of people in the distance. Man, even just walking over here, I passed by some very interesting characters who were probably insane. The park is not a safe place to be. Living at a little baseball fantasy. Going for the home run, baby. He's safe. We got safe in those flags. Definitely not safe in the people wandering around here, so I'm not going to make this flight too terribly long. I do want to check out some of the park. The problem is a chunk of the park right next to me is geo-flagged. Yeah, kicking up to sports mode. So I can't fly in certain sections around here. I'm not entirely too sure where those parts are at. I just know that they're close. They tell you in the goggles. Zip by. See, there's a guy. There's a guy not far from me. It tells me in the goggles there's a geofenced area around here, but I don't know what's that. Dude, that dude looks like he is walking right for me. What is going on with this dude? He's on the wrong side of the fence. He definitely looks like he's coming right towards me. I'm veering off. I don't know if he's planning on mess with me or maybe he's just walking. I don't know. I kind of a wide guy. I look kind of like a big baby from a distance. People don't necessarily appreciate exactly how large I am until they get close and realize, oh man, he's kind of got roughly the size and shape of a door. So people don't usually mess with me too much. But I did want to make sure he could tell that I could see him. Well, at least when I'm pointing the drone in the right direction. I'm going to do a little tree surfing here. These are the most interesting things in this part of the park. They're also the most dangerous for me to be flying in, so this is kind of a dumb idea. But I wanted to get my focus away from people wandering around and back to what I came here for, which is to capture a little bit of nature. Let's see, I'll pop this up a little higher, maybe get a nice shot. Ooh, a real nice shot. Oh yeah, baby, that is a glory shot if I've ever seen one. Well, that's probably the best thing I'm ever going to get from this location. I'd love to see the tops of those trees, but my drone keeps giving me warning messages and it's just freezing up in place. So I guess this is where the geofence area is. It is right there, right along that sidewalk. There's some guy out there with a dog I don't want to run into. A bunch of people walking on the path. This dog darting around. It's easier to fly in an alleyway just because you don't have to worry about who's going to just wander in out of nowhere. Typically, it's nobody. You find a parking lot that's not in use, nobody comes around at all. But in a park where people say, oh, you want to fly your drone? Go fly your drone in the park. Parks have people around them all the time. It's like one of the most populated areas you can go flying, and the people just appear out of nowhere. Like when I got here, virtually nobody, and now there's like people wandering around all over the place. Man, I'd love to capture some more of what's going on in the park. I want to figure my way around all that geofence stuff. Ooh, gap in this area. Of course, I could like run non-DJI and fly through there, but all the DJI stuff is doing is basically telling me what I probably should be aware of, even if I was flying non-DJI drones, is that some parts that you're not supposed to fly in. So I gotta find a way around the parts that they don't want me to fly in so I can find the parts I can fly in. Also, I just love the Avata so much. I don't want to go back to flying regular drones. I'm fixing the Pavo. I'm fixing the Pavo Pro. I want to get back to regular acro flying soon. Oh, but this is just so nice and smooth and dependable. All right, it is getting cold. It is getting dark. I still have to go find a ride back home. Maybe just one more gap. One more little gap. There we go. The Avata is actually quite small. All right, gotta park this thing. Gotta head home. Gotta figure out how to get around more so I can hit some more places to fly. All right, I guess that's about it for today. Maybe tomorrow I'll get an early start, get some decent flying done. Not just one quickie, but a couple places.